In today's video, we're going to check out the brand new Aeroclip from SoundCore. These are an open-ear, clip-on style of earbuds that provide us the ability of listening to music at a really good bass, good sound, a signature style that we've had from SoundCore for many, many years now. And of course, still being able to listen to the surrounding sound. And of course, touch sensitivity, 4 microphones for clear audio, and of course, a long battery life. So without further ado, this is TK, and these are the Aeroclip from SoundCore. Let's check them out. Like and subscribe, and make sure you hit that bell icon so that you're always notified to whenever we have new videos for you on the channel. SoundCore was nice enough to send us both of the colors that are available for the Aeroclip. Now, you'll notice that both of them are identical with the exception of the colors. So you have the black ones, again, matching the color inside, and it permeates throughout the actual unit itself. Each bud does have an indication telling you which one is the right one, which one is the left one, because in practice, although you can definitely put them in the actual side, it will not sit here because of the magnets, the way they're positioned. So it really only fits in one position and the lights will turn on. They are charged via 2-pin or pogo pin connectors that are based directly in the case, and they are magnetic, meaning they will not fall when you actually open it up, closing it up as well as the case or the cover of the case. Now for charging, we do have a USB-C connector here on the back, as well as the pairing button when we want to be able to connect it to more than one device, since it does support multiple connections. Now the white color is slightly different. You do have a dual tone configuration here, and more of a gold and a white color configuration. Still an indicator on the side letting you know which one is the right one, which one is the left one. And you can definitely see here where the 12mm drivers are giving us that sound that goes directly into our ear. Of course, putting them back in there charges them right away, and the rated battery life, as far as what we get here, and you can definitely see it on the box, it's up to 8 hours of usage on each bud and up to 24 hours with the included box. And of course, IPX4 water and dust resistance provides us a safety, or at least a comfort of knowing that we're not going to get them damaged if they get a little bit wet. Some of the main features that we get here are situational awareness, which means we are able to listen to our environment at the same time as listening to our music, powered by a 12mm dynamic driver. And of course, we also have full service tap control on the entire earbuds. Fast charging, 10 minutes will get you 3 hours, and of course multi-point connection to be able to connect them to your devices, your tablets, or even your PC. Now obviously, to be able to manage the buds themselves, you do need to pair them to a device and of course download the SoundCore application. It's taken a second because technically this is my second device. I'll go ahead and give it a second to connect automatically. We'll go ahead and close this part. And you can see the battery level on both the earbuds themselves as well as the case itself. 100% charge, fully ready to go. As far as sound effects, you have, of course, the ability of using the default or the pre-built presets, as well as customizing your own EQ. The ability of going through the controls, as I mentioned to you guys, the entire actual bar, meaning the entire surface of the outer ring here is actually the touch configuration. So you don't actually have to worry about where are you going to be able to touch it, if you're on the right side or the left side. And you can independently customize them on their own. Of course, through a triple tap, double tap, and of course the double tap configuration here when you're in a call and outside it for audio playback. And of course, you can turn them on and turn them off if you don't want one of those. Dual connection, pretty straightforward. As you can see, the Galaxy S25 Ultra as well as my Oppo Find X8 Pro are the two devices I'm connected, and I can connect them, disconnect them, add an additional device, which works perfectly fine. So your PC, your tablet, anything that uses a Bluetooth protocol should be fine. And again, it'll give you the ability of enjoying music with them. Find my device, pretty straightforward there. Under the configuration or the settings section, you can see here the prompt tone when you're connecting them. Of course, the auto shut off within 30 minutes. If not least is the name of the actual buds, which is the Aeroclips, and software version is 1.40, which is the latest version, and then a serial number in case you need to look at that for some reason. A USB A to C cable to be able to charge the buds case directly, and of course, basically reinforcements in case they're not sitting very tight on your ear. By default, these are actually pretty good and snug for me on my ear, so I don't really have to use them. But if you find them that it's a little bit harder for them, they keep slipping or they keep moving, you can use these, the medium and large configurations here, and it allows it to have a little bit, basically, better grip on your ears. And pretty much straightforward, just basically take them and then put them on. After a couple of times of putting them on, you'll get very used to them. Basically, you just have to open them up a little bit to make them a little bit wider, put them on at the top, slide them down till you feel that the actual speaker or the inner piece is sitting in the actual ear. So basically that's the configuration you want. And if it's not sitting in there very comfortably, or again, it's sliding, pretty straightforward, just use the actual, I guess the inserts that they provide you there, and then it's gonna work perfectly fine. And then for the most part, this is what it should look like. I can listen to everything. There's no noise cancellation, obviously. These do not block any outside sound. What happens though is when you're listening to music is that the sound coming from the speakers with the 12mm drivers that we have in them become overpowering to the outside, meaning you're going to get enough of a sound that you're able to enjoy it. But I will say that if you play it at a much higher level, people around you can start hearing what you're listening to. The audio plays very well and is surprisingly strong. I have it on the bass boost function purely because I like to enjoy music that has a little bit more of a heavy bass track, like dance, EDM, and of course things that typically have a more pronounced, basically a bass track. The mids and lows are definitely more pronounced. The audio for me overall plays very well, and it sounds really good. It sounds good enough that it almost cancels the entire surrounding sound. Now obviously if something is playing next to me that is very loud, this isn't going to overpower it, but it keeps it to the point where I'm able to listen to music. Let's say I'm working on my stuff and I'm just sitting there and somebody walks up to me. I don't necessarily have to take my earbuds off or even stop the music. If it's playing at a low enough of a level, I should be able to listen to them and talk to them without interrupting my listening to the music. Of course, if you want to, again, the touch sensitivity is on the entire ring, which makes it very simple. You don't have to figure out where it is. You just literally tap on the actual ring, double tap, triple tap. We're gonna go outside and do a quick audio test of the 4 microphones that we have in here, as well as the AI clear calls that allows us to have clear conversations with another person without necessarily losing on being in the moment. Again, you're able to hear things, but still have a phone call conversation with somebody. And again, using 4 microphones and all the technology that we have from SoundCore. So let's go outside real quick and do that quick test. Okay, so now we're outside using the brand new Aeroclips, and what we're using is the Bluetooth audio on the microphones that we have in here. So not only does it offer us great audio experience, because I can actually hear everything that you guys are hopefully able to hear, although you may not be able to because the audio technically should be more focused on me. But for me, I can hear all of the birds, everything, the flying airplanes or whatever, everything that's going on. And it allows me to be in the moment and still enjoy my music on the go. Very simple, very easy. And of course, depending if you like the style, very stylish because it looks like earrings. So what you heard there essentially was a very focused experience. Everything that you heard there was pretty much just me. There was no sound, there was no birds, there was no planes, there was no wind behind me. You had a clear, non-robotic sounding experience that sounded clear enough that I feel like people wouldn't even know that you're standing outside. This is how good this could be. It's actually built in part of the algorithmic functionalities that we have from SoundCore, as well as the 4 microphones that has enough pickup, as well as the ability of focusing on the audio when you're basically using it for calls, video calls, and things like that. My thing about this is that these are not necessarily for everybody. I'll probably say that some people may enjoy more the in-ear solution, or the on-ear, or even around, meaning the bigger cans that you're able to hear, and SoundCore has those solutions for you. The main thing that I would probably say is if you want to be able to listen to your music but still be aware of your surroundings, I think the Aeroclips do that very well. And surprisingly, the audio is very good for the functional, well, I would say the functional limitation of what we have here. We don't have an isolation area to close off the ear. So the audio from the speakers or the audio from the earbuds need to be strong enough and pointed in the right direction for us to enjoy our content. And I think this does it very well. The range is very good. The battery life is very good. And a lot of the customizations in there, again, make it easy. So you don't have to actually worry about, am I actually touching the right area? Am I tapping in the right spot? It's literally that entire outer ring is the touch sensitive area, and you're able to basically tap, double tap during calls, off calls, and customize them in the app. So if you're thinking about something like that, or you know somebody that may be able to enjoy something like this, a family member, or even a sibling or so on, or even a friend, make sure to recommend these buds, because I feel like these things will not only make you enjoy the music, but also allow you to be in the moment at the same time, so you don't miss out on anything. Great music and great time. Like and subscribe as usual. Thank you very much for the support, and of course, as usual, I'll see you in the next one.